Welcome back. Welcome back. As you can see, I'm officially taking over this podcast because clearly we got someone that's not invested in the Arsenal in the Arsenal program, as they say. Uh, we have a convert, an AC
A,
Milan fan.
a convert?
Yeah,
That's you're hold on. You're gonna try to take this pod over and then that's how you're gonna start the pod? A
well,
convert?
am I not bringing the right energy? Like what? What do you want?
I don't know, bro. I don't know if you're bringing the. I don't listen. The only person who's bringing the energy right now is CJ's tan. If you're not on the YouTube seeing how tan this guy is, yo, you're missing out. I'm like pale as shit compared to this guy. This is fucking Jamaica did you well,
Bro, I almost recorded this episode from Jamaica.
huh?
Mm,
Wait, but hold on. Before we get on to that, why am I? Listen, there's no games. I'm not supporting another Premier League team. I'm supporting AC Milan, 2006, 2007 when they won the Champions League. It's just,
that's crazy.
I'm manifesting. You see this star, Laurent? I'm manifesting it to be on Arsenal's badge next year.
Damn. And you're out here putting a jersey of a team that's won the Champions League, man. Come on, man.
Yep.
At least let the first jersey you put on be yours with that star, with the first star. Can't be doing that, man. Come on.
It's okay. I'm manifesting it. I'm manifesting it.
Uh Listen, man. However you wanna put it, bro, but just do not come at me for wearing another team's jersey when
Bro,
clearly,
it's gonna be posted on Instagram, that video of you with your Manchester United jersey. Just wait. Just wait.
yeah, man. Like, listen, bring the proof, but clearly, right. Here is the evidence, caught in 4K, as they say. Another team's jersey, my friends, on the Gunners podcast.
That's fine. It's about football. It's not just about Arsenal.
Damn, no, it's primarily about Arsenal.
Yes, but we also talk
Yeah,
about football.
yeah, that's oh my gosh, man. Listen, just know that this is a Chelsea fan, trying to set things straight. And I don't know what went over his head over the international break, but
Listen, bro. At the end of the day, I bleed Arsenal. However,
and Milan
oh,
apparently, shit.
I got a Messi jersey too. Does that mean I'm a Barca fan? No, it means I'm a Messi fan. This was an iconic team, the 2006, 2007 AC Milan team.
Listen,
Why can't I wear another
I don't buy it. I don't buy it.
why?
I just don't.
Do you guys listen to the Foscast with Ben Foster?
What do you say?
No, I'm just saying, do you guys listen to it?
No.
Okay, well, he wears a different jersey every single time. Doesn't mean that I don't support the Arsenal. Look at my logo in the back. It says the Gunners Corner, bro.
Oh my
Everything I
God.
talk about, everything I bleed is Arsenal. You, on the other hand, have yet to show up in the Chelsea kit. You've seen three kits for me. You've seen, I don't even know how many for, you've probably seen 10 different ones for CJ. So, I don't know what you're talking about, bro. This
You
06, 07 Milan team was like crazy. Ronaldo, Nesta, Maldini. Pretty sure Ancelotti was a coach. Was he the coach? I think he was the coach. I think he was the coach. Seedorf was there.
I mean, listen, CJ, what do you think? Is this blasphemy or is this an acceptable sin?
Yo, I'm gonna have to ride with Laurent on this one. I can't lie.
What?
When I pulled into the podcast and I saw you wearing a AC Milan kit, I said, "Bro, nah, don't do this to yourself, man. You're hitting the self-destruct button right now."
Listen, man, like I said, I'm manifesting the women's team did a job against the Real Madrid women's team, went to the next round, and I'm manifesting it for us for the men's team. So
By wearing a Milan kit.
yeah.
Jeez.
Anyway, I don't understand why this is okay. Anyways, I don't know why this is a big deal, but okay, fine.
Honestly, yeah, listen, if you wanted to manifest, bro, all you should have done was put on an Arsenal jersey, take a Sharpie, and put a star. Or draw a star above like the Arsenal crest. That's manifestation for you. Like properly done, channeled in the right way.
Okay.
But hey, man. Anywho, yeah, you want to get us started?
Sure, I guess. Well, welcome back. Welcome back. As always, international break is over. We're going back into the Premier League. We got a little bit of a special pod because the boys, the fellas, they're not sure about what's going to happen later in the pod, and it's going to be a surprise for everyone. We had a couple big games in the international break. We had a couple huge games this past weekend in the FA Cup. But as always, joined by my co-hosts Laurent and CJ. If you're not on the YouTube and you're listening on Spotify, you got to go check this guy's tan out. This guy, I'm so jealous. This guy's like, we're living out here in this ice storm, and CJ just comes back with this tan, and he's wearing a white cap to be like, "Yo, look at my tan. Look at me, bro." He's ready for the work week. He's ready to watch Bukayo Saka top bins against Real Madrid. So, how are you doing, CJ?
Hmm. I'm good, man. It's good to be back. Needed a break from, from the Arsenal as well. So that's part of why I scheduled the vacation around the international break. Naturally, there's no football, or at least no club football during the international break, and I'm not a big fan of these international games during the break period, unless it's like the major tournaments. But I was following along. The biggest highlight for me was our boy Miles Lewis Skelly getting on the score sheet for England. That was massive. So a couple of the games caught my interest, like Argentina, Brazil. That
Oh,
was a battle as usual.
that was.
Um,
Did you catch any of it?
I caught the highlights after, and aside from me being someone who supports Brazil, like it's embarrassing the state of that club this day. Sorry, that national team at this day and age on the football pitch. Like they don't have the players that they used to have, man. And like you hear like some of the Brazilian legends, like Ronaldinho and those guys coming out calling out this team, saying this is the worst Brazil team we've ever seen.
I
Blah
swear
blah
they said
blah.
that like a few years ago, but anywho.
Yeah, yeah,
Bro, they
yeah.
got
It's been
manhandled by Argentina without Messi. Like, I watched the entire game. They got manhandled. It wasn't even a joke.
Wait, so what was Starboy Rafinha saying? Mr. Ballon d'Or.
yeah.
Honestly,
See, that's
sorry, go
sorry. I
ahead.
was gonna say that's the thing that pisses me off too, man. Like just going back to like talking about how this is like the worst Brazil team we've seen. Like obviously we come from generations of legit Ballon d'Or winners and legends of the game in years gone by, and these Brazilian teams, like whether it was Kaká or Ronaldinho himself, Ronaldo R9, just Ronald, yeah, like I said, Ronaldinho. Like we're talking about guys who, these are some of the best players we've ever seen in the game, and these are the kind of players who made all of us love football generally. Like everybody who loves football loved that Brazil team. Like you couldn't hate those players. Like these are just ballers. Obviously further back than that, you have Pele's, the guy some call him the best of all time. Rest in peace to Pele. Like now, these players that are in this team currently don't even come close.
Mhm.
And I include controversially, Neymar is supposed to be he was supposed to be that next big star for Brazilian football, and a lot of people say he ruined his career by going to PSG. He's supposed to be the successor to Neymar, to Messi and Ronaldo in terms of the GOAT. But his career went downhill, and Neymar has just become like a media star and like a celebrity figure, as opposed to focusing like on his football on the pitch, over years. And it's been kind of sad to see, But he was supposed to be that next big thing, and without him, even he, like I said, he hasn't fulfilled his potential in full. But even without him, with or without him, that Brazilian national team is not the same. Like they're not saying anything compared to, like I said, some of those teams of the past. And they should have won a World Cup, or at least come close to it, in my
Mhm.
opinion, when with Neymar around. And without Neymar, they're completely like just bang average. Like we're talking about guys like Vinny Jr., Rafinha. Rafinha's supposed to be a Ballon d'Or candidate. Vinny Jr. does it for Real Madrid, winning Champions Leagues. Like what are you guys doing when you put on a Brazil shirt? That's what disappoints me.
Yeah.
It's like, Vinny, you play for, like I said, you play for the biggest club arguably in the world in Real Madrid. And Rafinha is having one of his best seasons. And then obviously there's other, great Brazilian players in that team. And it's like, yo, like, what are you guys saying when you guys put on that golden and gold kit for Brazil? It's like, it's disappointing to see, So I do subscribe to the fact that this Brazil team is not as anywhere near what they should be in terms of the quality they're
No.
producing nowadays. To get slapped by Argentina 4-1 is embarrassing. And then, especially on the back of guys like Rafinha making comments the way he did pregame, it's like, you go and get slapped like that. If you're going to talk like that, you got to
Wait,
back it up,
what do you
you know?
say?
He said that we're gonna win, we're gonna kill them, we're gonna crush them, and things like that.
No way.
Yeah, he tweeted it out. And
Wait,
throughout the game, like it was a lot of animosity towards him, and because he made those comments, and like the
Hmm.
fans, like it was probably one of the craziest atmospheres I've ever watched. Like I could feel the atmosphere through the screen.
So you
jeez.
watched today, beginning
Yeah,
time?
I watched the entire game. Like I know the scoreline was 4-1. It was not a
Mm-hmm.
4-1 game. It
It
like
Mm.
was
easily could have been 6, 7, 8. Like when I
Wow.
tell you Argentina was like dominating, there was no competition. There was literally no competition. And like on that point, CJ, when you bring up all those ex-Brazil stars, it's almost like
Mm.
the new generation of the Brazilian players. And I'm not trying to be like, I know it's just one game, but it's been over the last 3, 4 years, it's always been like this.
Yeah.
It's almost
Yeah.
like that they're living off of the legendary performances of the past, and they haven't established themselves because a lot of them are more worried about like what the media says and things like that. Like Vinny, like okay, you didn't win the Ballon d'Or. Okay, we get it. Like Thierry Henry didn't win it. There's so many great
Yeah.
players that have not won it, but like you can go out and perform. They're not doing that. And no disrespect to Mateus Cunha because we were trying to sign him. He is not a Brazil number nine. When you compare the number nines that have been up there, he is not a Brazil number nine. Like, I'm sorry, he's not a Brazil number nine. And even when you look at their defense, like when you're comparing the likes of like Cafu,
Hmm.
Luciao,
Roberto Carlos.
Maicon, Roberto Carlos, and again, you're playing Marquinhos and Wesley. I'm sorry, who's Wesley? No, like straight up, who's Wesley? Why are you playing
Mhm.
like I know Gabriel was suspended for this game. I know Militao's coming back from an injury, but like even then, like Militao. Like even like not too long ago, you had Thiago Silva there. Like that was a true legend.
yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like I know everyone makes
class.
fun of David Luiz, but like when he put on that Brazil jersey, there was a different like energy about him. And I just don't think these guys get it. And I think, there's a lot of rumors that Carlo Ancelotti, like they really want Ancelotti to go there and stuff. Like
Yeah. I saw
I
that.
think I think Ancelotti can get something out of them. But honestly, like I watched the entire game, it was embarrassing. Like if I was a Brazilian fan or like a Brazilian national, I'd be embarrassed by that performance. It's one thing to lose 4-1. It's another way, like we always talk about it on the pod, right? It's one way, it's something to like lose 1-0 or win 1-0, but it's the performance. Like there was no
Mm.
guts. There was literally no guts. They were more like, especially Vinny, he was more concerned about like getting into like spouting matches with Otamendi and like Rodrigo De Paul, stuff like that. It's like you can't like sure you won your Champions League, but you can't say, "Oh, I've won two Champions League" when they just won a fucking World Cup and they've won a Copa America, and you're losing to them without Messi, arguably the greatest player to ever play. Like, how are you talking shit?
Wait. So Rafinha, what did he do? Like, I'm curious. Like
No,
after
Vinny. So okay, so Rafinha before the game, I'll try to find the tweet, but before the game, he essentially tweeted saying that they're gonna win, and like they're gonna beat Argentina and like things like that. Hold on, I'm trying to find it. So he said before the game, he said we're going to give them a beating. Fuck them.
this was on his Twitter?
Yes.
Okay, and like he said that just like unwarranted, like
Yeah.
no.
He said we will beat Argentina, no doubt, on and off the pitch. I will score. We will fuck them.
Jeez.
And he didn't do any of that.
But so wait, that game he didn't do anything that game like in terms of
No, no,
performance.
he played well. Like I'll say he played well,
Okay.
but like if you're gonna say that, bro, like you can't
Mm,
just do well. You gotta
right.
like
Jeez. Yeah, that's
like for all those Canadian listeners, like when Wayne Gretzky said sorry, when Mark Messier said he's gonna win it, he went and won it in Game 7. Like for those of you old folks that remember Mark Messier, like if you're gonna make that comment, you better show up. You better win. And like there was a huge like argument when Rafinha, I think he stepped on. I forgot who he stepped on now. Um, and then Vinny got in the middle of it, and he's like cussing at Otamendi, being like, "Oh, I won two Champions League," and it's like, bro, he's
during the game.
won. Yeah, I'm like he's won a fucking World Cup, and he's won the Copa America, and you're losing without Messi. Why are you talking? Why are you talking? It doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense. But anyway, see, it's not just all about Arsenal. We talk about football. That's why I'm wearing the AC Milan jersey. See,
Ha,
representing
n-
Ronaldo.
nice
You
try
know,
there, buddy. Nice try. Nice
I,
try.
I had to give it a go. I had to give it a go. Um,
Listen, it's not too late for you to just like.
no, bro, no, no, no,
All right.
no, no. Um, so I'm sure we all saw it. Bukayo Saka posted, "I'm back" or "Hello there." It was quite interesting. Some of the other pods I listened to, and a couple of the reports that I read, Arsenal really wanted to let him inform the fans when he is back. So, and there's rumors that he's going to be back for the Fulham game, and he might actually play the first leg. Um, I don't know, CJ, what's your thoughts? Because I don't know how I feel about it. With the type of injury that he had, like I'm very concerned. Don't get me wrong, I want him back, but when 1 year he's playing as well as he is, I don't know.
Yeah, it's a tough one. It's a tough call to make, honestly, because like that's our best player, man. Let's be honest. At least in attack, that's our best player. Like that's our only form of attacking weaponry at the moment. You know, so when you have somebody that big for your club, think of any club's biggest player or their biggest, their biggest forward or their biggest goal threat. Their talisman, essentially. He's our talisman. He is the face of the club, Saka. You know, let's be honest. Like academy boy, star boy, now star man. He's been carrying the team for the last however many years now. He's our star man in attack, and he's everything that the club, what we represent, the way he carries himself, such a good professional. A lot of us see him like, our own. He's like he's legit one of our own. And like, we're older than him. So we can look at him and be like, yo, like, I feel like that's my son, like I've seen this guy grow through the academy. Legit, man. People be
There's
saying
so
that.
many
And I
offside comments I want to make, but I'm gonna give you PG-13.
Easy.
yeah, please do. Please do. But like, yeah, it's one of those ones. If man. Like, if you get the reference, it's like, we've watched this guy come through our academy. He's got a baby face. He's had like the same sort of baby face for years now, and it's like, man, like, he feels like legit, your own, like, yeah, like legit, like your own, like child, your own. You know what I mean? Like, he just feels
Yeah,
part of your family, man. Like Saka, he's that guy, and if you feel like you've been a long part of his journey, and this injury was such a big blow to us because, like I said, he's our star in attack, and he's been so fit all these years, and we've officially ran him to the ground this season to the point where the guy's fucking ripped his hamstring off the bone. Like it's crazy, and so yeah, man, to have him back now, it's like it's so tempting to want to just throw him back in, and the difficulty comes where, um, when you've been medically cleared by the doctors to play, it's like, well, why can't you play? You've been medically cleared. The doctors say you can play. Him as a player, I'm sure he wants to come in and play now. He's been deemed fit medically. Um, and we're playing Real Madrid. Like, this is what you get back into the Champions League for, is to play games, ties like this against Real Madrid under the lights, quarterfinals of the Champions League. These are the games as a player that you're desperate to play in. So he's made it back just in time to play in this game. And of course he's going to want to play, especially, like I said, if he's been cleared. Now, the true test comes when you start running on it, start aggravating again, start playing it, right? Like, he cannot just come back into that game being his first game back to start playing. Like, that's too much of a high intensity game. We've seen Ben White come back already from a long layoff, and he's looked rusty himself. Like, Ben White has not looked the same since he's been back yet. It's going to take him a while to get up to speed. So I can only imagine somebody like Saka. Like, we got to be careful with him. We have a couple of games before Real Madrid comes around. We have Fulham, and I think there's Everton away.
yep.
And then obviously he's training in between. And honestly, who knows how long he's been training now? Because Arsenal, what they do nowadays is when a player is actually fully fit, we don't show that. We don't expose that right away. Like, it'll come out eventually later on, that so-and-so player has been fit for a number of weeks now or a couple of months now. Arteta and the club just like to keep things under wraps. I think he's done it with quite a few players now, where a player, for all we know behind the scenes, if this player could have been fit for weeks and months now, it's just that we don't know about it because like I said, Arteta keeps things way close to his chest, right? So I have a feeling Saka's been training for quite a bit now.
Mm-hmm.
It's only now being exposed in photos, and Saka's now ready. Like you said, like they've come out and told him that when you're ready, kind of expose it to the fans and put it out there. And so yeah, I think he's probably fit and ready to play. It's just how ready is he actually in his physical condition to get up to speed to be ready for this tie. He
So let
cannot
me
play
ask you
90 minutes.
on that question,
Yeah.
if we're ready for the tie. So the Fulham game, I can see him getting like 10 minutes. To be honest with you, like towards the
Mhm.
end of the game, I can see him getting 10 minutes. Everton game, I think he should be able to get like 20, 25 minutes when one year he usually starts cramping around like the 65th, 70th minute. What would you do? Would you run the front line of Martinelli, Marino, and Wanyeri, and then bring Saka on around like the 60th minute, knowing that, whether we win the first leg or not, Madrid have the advantage because the second leg is at the Bernabeu. Like, how
Mhm.
many minutes would you ideally want to see in Saka in the next two games to be comfortable with starting him? Or would you like starting him the entire second half, for example? Like, if they take off Marino and they play Wanyeri or Martinelli down the middle, or get them kind of like swapping,
Mhm.
and then play Saka off the right. Like, how many minutes
Yeah.
ideally would you want to see in the Everton and Fulham game? Or do you not
So
care
to
about the minutes and would you want to do like the eye test? Like what would you like as a fan? I'm just asking for your like coaching opinion and as a fan.
mhm. So to be honest with you, it all depends on how. Sorry, are you asking how many minutes I want to see him play against Real
So
Madrid or in
no,
the
no, no.
Premier
So
League games coming up?
yeah, so like two questions. One, how many minutes would you ideally want to see him play in the next two games?
Mhm.
Okay. And two, depending on the X amount of minutes that you say, if he gets that amount, what would
Mhm.
your next criteria be to say he should start or he should get a significant portion of the Real Madrid game?
Yeah, so I would say probably for the Fulham game, he should probably be getting, if he is that fit and ready to play, he should be getting 15 to 20 in the Fulham game coming off the bench. Definitely not start. Definitely not. Um,
Please no.
come off the bench. Yeah, yeah. Come off the bench late in the second half. I guess it's all going to depend on game state as well. Are we winning? Are we trying to hold a lead? Are we trying to, score? Are we trying to get an equalizer? Like, it depends on game state as well. But all things in an ideal world, like they'll be talking behind the scenes. I would be thinking and trying to say, okay, he's going to get X amount of minutes. And I think for me, like, yeah, you give him maybe 15, 20 minutes towards the end of the game. Build up get his legs under him, get some touches on the ball. Then the Everton game, probably still don't even start him in that game. I guess it depends to see how he reacts in the Fulham game. But I wouldn't even start him in the Everton game. That's going to be a tough battle at Goodison away from home. So you give him maybe a little bit more minutes off the bench, maybe about half an hour or so off the bench if all things go well. Um, and then in the Real Madrid game, to be honest with you, I'm still not sure I'm starting him in the Real Madrid game at the first leg. Keep him in reserve. Game state as well, like that. Depending on how that game is going, and we really need him, we could potentially bring him on at halftime if need be in the
Yeah.
Real Madrid game. But I'm not starting him in Real Madrid game either, man. It's just at the end of the day, we're also talking from a fan, but we're also talking about a player's future in jeopardy potentially with the severity of the injury. His career could be ruined if he's rushed back too soon from an injury like that, and then it goes again or something. You know what I mean? Like this is not. We're not talking about like some little minor ankle roll. We're talking about off the bone torn hammy, man. If that is not managed correctly, a player could his career could be in jeopardy, and he's still a young guy, Saka. So if we don't manage this correctly, he could be screwed. Not just the season but beyond. So I think all three games. Long story short, he's coming off the bench, in my opinion, and then obviously as the games go on, slowly, gradually getting more minutes. So 20 minutes Fulham, 30 minutes Everton, and who knows, even probably a whole half against Real Madrid, depending on how much we need him and if the game is being managed correctly.
So yeah, we're on the same page. On the same page with that. Laura, I know we haven't really incorporated you in this, but do you like as a player, because I know you've probably dealt with a fair share of injuries, like do you agree with what CJ and I are saying with Saka and the way that we'd manage him? Like a la with like Palmer, for example, like if he has a significant injury like this, is this how you'd want it to be handled? Or like how would you like or do you have a different opinion from CJ and I?
No, I agree. Like there's a lot of things to consider. Beyond just the immediate scope, right, of the results needed. CJ made a great point to mention, right? You're dealing with a player's career, right? So beyond whatever you guys think or anyone thinks they can get out of him in the short term. Well, how does that affect them in the long term, right? Yeah, no, I think it's I mean the medical staff, right? Everyone involved is definitely going to take their precautions with him coming back. Even as a fan, right? If this was one of my guys, and you ask me, well, if there's a chance that we can, let's say if it was like beating Real Madrid, right? That's this it's the likelihood of the result that you guys would get by playing him extended minutes. I don't even know if I'd feel comfortable with that. You see what I'm saying?
Mm.
Knowing that there's a risk to him as a player, right? So, yeah, no, I agree
I
with.
think my own like where my opinion would potentially change is um if we like for example if the ties were changed where we were at the Bernabeu for the first leg
Hmm.
and then we were coming back to the Emirates. To be honest with you, if the fixtures were reversed and we had the home advantage, I wouldn't play him at all at the Bernabeu. I would
Mm,
try to play a nil-nil draw or like squeeze a set piece win, and I would not play him at all.
right, right.
And then I would try to get him because he'd have a chance for like 3 games potentially, um, before the reverse fixture. Then I would probably try to play him the entire game at the home fixture. But again, because we play the first leg at home, it kind of muddies the water a little bit. But I think we're all on the same page that at the end of the day, as fans, if he's fit, we want to use him. But this isn't FIFA. Like these players have a future.
Hmm.
So we got to be mindful of that. But
Speaking, can I? Sorry, I
yeah,
don't
yeah,
want
yeah.
to
No, no, good.
switch gears too quickly. Speaking of like jeopardizing a player's future and whatnot, did you guys hear or first of all see Alphonso Davies' injury, and then
Yes.
hear how Bayern Munich is not happy with the Canadian soccer
Yep.
federation with how they've dealt with that? Did you guys hear that?
Yep.
Hmm.
Yeah.
That's
I think
They're
it
quite
was
not happy.
interesting.
his agent. That's what I heard. It was his
Yes,
agent at first
the
that.
agent. Yeah.
Yep. Bayern
Yeah,
Munich
yeah.
threatened Canada Soccer with legal action over Alfonso Davies. They said the CEO said that Canada Soccer was grossly negligent.
Mm. Was it what game was it that they played? Was it
The
any
U.S.
significance? But like, what was it a qualifier? What was it? Just a
It
friendly? Like,
was no, I think it was just CONCACAF.
oh,
But
and
it was like a third place, so it didn't matter. Neither of them made it to the finals. It was just for who's gonna finish
wow,
third. Yeah.
and they risked. So what? They overplayed him, I assume, right?
Well, I think he had a niggling injury.
Uh-huh.
And
Something
then
like that.
they said that he's fine and he pushed through and he tore his ACL. They first said that it was something with his hamstring.
Yeah, that's fucked.
Um and then he tore his ACL. Like that's completely different for like first of all, I wouldn't have risked him for third place. It doesn't make a difference. You're already qualified for the World Cup because you're host nation. So that doesn't even matter. Um and now you lost him for 12 months
No, it's not 12 months. Is that
for
what they said?
ACL. ACL is
They
12
didn't
months.
say they didn't say it's a full year, but he's definitely obviously out for the rest of the season. I think he's going to be back later on in this calendar year, so he's going to miss like the start of the next club season.
I don't know about
But
that. ACL
yeah, we're
tears
gonna.
are so if you get surgery, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
Probably something like 8 months. I'd say 8 to 9. No.
9.
Yeah,
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 November, December. Yeah, actually, sorry, I lied.
yeah,
Probably by December he'll be back. But
yeah.
like for him to be back
Still,
fully,
yeah.
that was it's not a
If
good
if it
look.
if it if indeed it was a what do you call it a nothing game, a game with no jeopardy, and they played him like Jesse Marsh and the coaching staff played him, they're idiots on their part as well. Like forget being selfish and not thinking about like Bayern or whatever. Like for Canada and Canada soccer, that's not good either. This is your arguably our best player, and it's a World Cup year going into next
Yep.
year. If this guy's not. You're playing with fire. Like that's a big injury, and then we need this guy for the World Cup next year.
Hmm.
From Canada perspective, so it's like that's quite stupid, honestly. But
Yeah.
yeah, without knowing too much of the ins and outs of it, I just heard about it while I was away, and I was like, "Shit, like, sounds
Yeah,
like
it's not a good
sounds
look.
crazy."
Not a
No,
good
Yeah,
look.
I think he's gonna be missed at Bayern. Who they face?
Barca.
Champions League.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. Yeah, no, he's definitely going to be
Wait, no, no.
missed.
Am I? Well, hold on. Are they? Is it Barca? Yeah, it is
It's
Barca.
not. Is it Barca?
No. Sorry. Sorry. I lied.
Inter, right?
Inter. That's even
Yes.
more
In
so.
yeah, yeah, I think he's going to be missed. I mean, he's the one that he's the reason why they made it through
Mm-hmm.
versus right
Oh
the last
yeah,
game they
yeah,
played.
Yep.
What do you
yeah.
know? Um,
Um, Switching back to the Arsenal game coming up midweek against Fulham. Fulham, we'll get to the FA Cup game that they had against Palace. But what do you guys think? We're gonna do the predictions a little bit earlier in the pod because I got a couple other surprises lined up for you fellas. But what do you guys have? Fulham Arsenal for predictions.
We can do the predictions now.
Yeah, man. I told you I messaged you guys in the group chat. I said I got a surprise for you guys tonight. Come with your A
All
game.
right,
Yeah, I'll
all
start it
right,
off
all
because
right.
I usually wait. I'm gonna say 2-0 to the Arsenal.
For me, honestly, their result against Palace shocked me, man. They got slapped 3-0 in the FA Cup.
Mm-hmm.
That's disappointing from their perspective, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So shit, yeah, they're not going to be coming off of the best of forms. But I keep saying, man, these Premier League predictions are so hard for us to predict nowadays because of the lack of jeopardy on these games for us, considering our title chances have fallen away significantly in the last few weeks. So who knows? Like, I don't really know where to go with this one either. Like, um, Fulham will still be fighting for Europe in some capacity because they want, like, to get into a European place. Um,
They're right
but
there. They're right
so
in the mix.
yeah,
They're
exactly.
sitting on 45 points. City's at 48 in fifth place. They're right within striking distance, so they got a game to play for.
So I'm gonna say, hmm, there's gonna be a buzz. Saka will probably be back on the bench or something. Um, and we've been in decent form lately ourselves, I guess. I'm gonna say 2-1 to the Arsenal. What did
Laurent?
you say? You said 2-0, right?
Yeah.
2-0. Yeah, I go 2-1.
I'm surprised. 2-1. You guys are gonna
Why?
concede?
I said 2-0.
Yeah, no, I'm going with Mehrdad on this one with the 2-0.
Yeah, buddy. Let's
Yeah,
go.
yeah. I'm saying 2-0, man. Like,
Oh
I
yeah,
mean, yeah, like what? I think yeah, I think you guys are gonna keep it.
Arsenal,
You don't think you're gonna keep a clean sheet?
bro. Arsenal concedes goals at home, man. If any time we do concede, it's at home, man. I don't know why. But yeah, I think it's because we're playing more expansive
It's a,
at
we
home, but
we've
we
come
do
off a
concede silly
rest.
goals.
Yeah, but we've come off a rest, man. No, man. We're gonna Saka's gonna be back. There's gonna be a buzz in the air. We're gonna come out swinging. We're gonna come out swinging.
All right, when Fulham
Um,
scores, I want you guys in the group chat to both
no,
message me and
shut.
apologize.
Take that shit. No, no. Take that energy
Like,
back to Jamaica, bro. Take
yeah,
that
for
energy
for real, bro.
back.
Like, what?
Yeah. But anyway, before we move on from the Arsenal section, going to FA Cup, I don't know, CJ, if you saw this. I don't know. I'm wrong. You similarly. Did you see Atletico Madrid is trying to get four Madrid players suspended after the draw, the UEFA draw?
Yeah, yeah, I
So
saw that.
Atletico Madrid files a complaint against four Real Madrid players with UEFA. And I'll tell you guys why I'm bringing this up. So the four players that were named, Antonio Rudiger, Vinicius Jr., Dani Ceballos, and Kylian Mbappe. Big thing for Rudiger is that he made like a like like he like made like
The Undertaker.
yeah, like an Undertaker like slitting your throat. Apparently Mbappe was like gesturing his nuts to the fans
I
and
saw the video of that.
yeah,
It's
and
crazy.
Ceballos and Vinny were also like making rude gestures. But the reason why I bring this up is who was their sporting director?
Uh, that's funny.
Like,
Yeah, man.
Wait,
does
like their ex, like the guy that's in
yes,
At
Andrea
Arsenal now?
Berta,
Yeah,
who
what about him?
just
Berta, yeah.
who just signed for Arsenal, was
Came
the
from Atletico.
sporting director for Atletico Madrid. Is he trying to do something in the background, or am I just reading into the conspiracy? You know, I've been just like diving down Reddit forums and stuff like that. But
Wait, what do you
um,
mean do something in the background? Isn't he at Arsenal now? Or
yeah, but he can still like, you know, like he still has influence to be like, hey, you guys should file this. Atletico Madrid is going to take every opportunity to try to ruin Real Madrid's chances of advancing. Why wouldn't they do it? And Andrea Berta is coming to Arsenal. Why would he not try to muddy the waters and help his new club?
mm.
So
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
listen,
because
man.
I see what you're saying.
Listen, man. If this happens, Mbappe, Rudiger, Vinny, well, not really Ceballos, but um, if those three get suspended for the first leg, I would use Saka for the 90 minutes. Try to get up like 2-3-0.
Whoa,
Whoa.
whoa, 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 whoa.
This guy completely switched gears.
Listen,
Like,
bro. Listen.
holy, bro.
Like use him for 90 minutes, go
Whoa.
up 2-3-0, and then
What?
like play like a 5-4-0 or like a 5-5-0. Like play all defensive when you go back to the Bernabeu. Like Jose Mourinho, like Porto days, just get the ball, kick it out. Get the ball, kick it out. You know? You guys remember his comment when he was with Spurs? He said, the what was it? The journalist said, "Oh, like they had 85-90% possession." He's like, "Yeah, they can take the ball home with them too, but I'll take the 3 points." Same thing with me. Madrid can have 95% possession, but we'll take the advancement to the semis.
Wait, so okay, first and foremost, those accusations or whatever that complaint that's being filed,
Mhm.
you really think it is justified? Like, if right, just
Some of the stuff that they were doing, yeah.
what
But do I?
this? Are you kidding me,
No,
bro?
no, no,
Come
no,
on, bro.
no. That no,
This is not
that
great.
part. No, that part I don't really care about. It's more so
Yeah.
like the stuff that they were saying to the Madrid fans and stuff. But again, like if you're okay. If I'm being an unbiased fan, if I'm just being a fan of the game, I fucking love that shit.
Yeah.
Fucking like that's what we love. But if I'm an Arsenal fan, which I am, I want them suspended for the game for the first leg.
This guy.
You're telling me to be honest, bro.
Yeah, yeah, no, I hear you. I hear you, but
But if I'm being a true fan, no, this is bullshit. This is
mm,
literally bullshit. It's bullshit claims because Atletico Madrid is just butthurt that they lost the way that they did.
mm. Wait, so who's behind this at Atletico? Like,
I wouldn't be shocked if it's Berta.
mm,
I wouldn't be surprised if they're all involved, Simeone,
Yeah,
everyone, because
yeah.
I'm sure they feel hard done by with the way the penalty shootout went and everything too,
Hmm.
And to be honest with you, as much as from a neutral perspective and like as a fan of the game and whatever, we want to see some shithousery and whatnot. Obviously, what the Real Madrid players did was actually still pretty like disrespectful. Like Rudiger's like this, if that I saw some of the individual claims for what the individual players did. I did see that Rudiger's, they thought this was pretty inappropriate for him to do. That for me is kind of soft. Mbappe though, full on like grabbing his nuts, grabbing his balls, and just kind of giving him basically like the suck it, kind of approach. I
wait,
don't
but
think that's appropriate.
who do you do that to though?
To the
Like to another
fans.
The
to the
fans, the fans.
oh after the game or
So mind you, all these things that are happening, these are Real Madrid players like taunting the fans. You're not supposed to be doing
Hmm.
shit like that.
Mhm.
Not it's one thing to do with the other players or maybe the coaching staff, whatever. Like they went over to the fans, a section of the fans, and they celebrated pretty wildly in front of the fans. And again, some of it is inappropriate in my opinion when you're like legit grabbing your crotch and like kind of like suck it to the fans, whatever. Like that's players do get suspensions for that, and I think didn't Jude Bellingham get suspension for that in the Euros last summer,
Yep.
if I am not mistaken. And players previously in the past, like that's something legally and within the rules of the game, players cannot do. You can't hold your crotch and like yeah. So I think Mbappe would deserve his ban for doing something like that. Vinny apparently a couple of things that he did. One of them being he brought a Real Madrid jacket onto the Atletico pitch
And
and
yeah, I mean,
to kind of taunt the fans. He's basically saying put a Real Madrid jacket, laid it out onto the pitch in front of the fans,
mhm.
kind of saying whatever insinuate whatever you want to grab from that. But it's kind of like I guess insinuating this is our pitch, whatever. I'm gonna disrespect your club and your fans, and I'm gonna put a Real Madrid jacket onto the pitch and leave it there. One of you guys can come pick it up, clean it up, type shit. Like it's just like little things like that. Some, like I said, some of them are borderline. The Mbappe one, I definitely think, like, yeah, you obviously can't do that within the rules of the game. But anyways, Arsenal perspective, whatever happens, happens. Because for me, if those guys are suspended, like, shit, tough luck. I'll take that every day of the week.
Yeah.
We've had bullshit with injuries and other things go on. And, it happens to all clubs. Cry me a river if your players are out, but if you get suspensions and bans for that, then it is
So
what it
be
is.
it.
Maybe you should have had better discipline. Yeah.
Yeah. We got to
Yeah.
take advantage.
Wait, so when's the verdict on that?
They're gonna try to do it before I'm pretty sure they're gonna try to do it sometime this coming week because
Mm,
They're gonna
they
have to because
because
the
the game's
game
next
against
week.
yeah yeah.
Yeah. To be honest with you, the only suspension that I can genuinely see is Mbappe because it's
Mm-hmm.
towards the fans. The Rudiger, the Vinny, that's just like proper shithousery, like
Mm,
whatever. But like
yeah.
Mbappe, the way that they can tackle it is like they've done it before. There's a precedent set. They've suspended them before. I think it was the Euros 2-3 not this past year, it was the Euros before when Shaqiri and Xhaka got suspended for doing like the flag, remember?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
They got
I
whoa,
suspended
remember
for that.
that.
for doing this?
Yeah, because it symbolized I forgot what it symbolized. It's see, did you remember?
I know exactly what you're talking
It's
about. I
like
think it
a
was really in relation to their nations, like the cultural. I think they got to like
yeah,
the political cultural barriers,
yeah,
and
it's like
this
a poli
signaling something that meant.
yeah, like
I
a
don't know
racial
exactly what it
like
was,
not a
but yeah.
racial slur, but like it was almost under the lines of it. If you Google it, you'll find it. Like
Mm-hmm.
anyways.
Jeez.
Um, but switching gears, FA Cup. Um, I got a chance. I was privileged to be able to watch all four games. Um, we'll start with Fulham Palace because I know CJ you teased it a little bit. Mateta came back. He's got like a weird headpiece. I don't know if you guys saw it to protect the side of his head where he got kicked. But man, they uh they dismantled Fulham at Craven Cottage. It was like Eberici Eze and Ismail Assar, like man, what I would give to have Eze or Sar on our team right now.
I
The
heard
form
Eze
that
balled
Sar,
out.
yes, his first goal and the way that he was like, uh, controlling the pace of play in the midfield. Some of his like you can tell that he came back from the international break with some like, with a pep in his step, being like, I'm an England international. Like, who the fuck are you? Like,
Mm.
um, but yeah, they secured their spot, and based off of the draw today, they're facing Villa. Um, man, Marcus fucking Rashford. What do I even
Can I
say?
before you continue?
Yes, yes.
Can I ask you something? Would you have taken Rashford if he was available for us, like on loan in January? Would you have taken
Yeah,
him?
yeah, yeah.
Mm,
100%. 100%. He 100%. He's
mm,
still Manchester United aside, he's still Marcus Rashford. And he showed during the international break, albeit against two no disrespect to the teams that they faced, two lower end teams, but he showed what he can do. And again, against Preston and over the last little bit, he's also showed it as well. So 100% I would take him. But yeah, he helped them beat Preston North End. Huge result in the first half. They kept it 0-0, but it was only a matter of time, honestly.
Wait,
3-0.
he's playing the nine?
Yep, he played the nine.
Jeez. I swear they tried to do that with
Yep.
him at
But he's allowed
Man
to
U, but
roam. The difference is when he played
mm,
at Man U, he was forced at the nine. He had two
mm,
wingers beside him. Where
right,
here
right,
he has Asensio that he plays off of, and Asensio goes up top. Rogers is a him switch, and then
right,
you have Jalen Ramsey as well. So there's more
right,
rotation. It's a very fluid front four.
right.
It's not like a set in stone, like no, you gotta play up top.
Man, that's dangerous, especially if those guys know how to play those other positions that they're rotating in. It's like for
Mhm.
defenders, that is like nightmarish, man.
Yep.
Unpredictable. Like you don't, like your guy suddenly is in a different area of the pitch. Don't know where to step up or not.
And
So that's good to see.
I'm not trying to be like disrespectful in comparing them to the City team that won the Prem without a number nine, but
Mm,
it smells like that. It looks and smells like that.
really?
Um, what else? City, speaking on City,
Sorry, I can't help you with
oh,
that.
whoops, not Siri, Jesus. Um, did you guys hear the Siri go off?
It,
Yo, Siri's trying to get involved, man.
Um, yeah, City. First of all, Kepa is arguably one of the best penalty stoppers ever. No cap. He stopped Holland, and
I
Holland,
saw I saw that. Yeah.
yeah, Holland looked a little shaken up. And, but fuck, I don't even want to say these names, man. It just pisses me off. Omar Marmoush, again, another player that Arsenal could have got. But apparently he wasn't available. I'm using quotations, air quotations, but City were able to get him, and he's the reason why City was able to win this game. Marmoush scored the second goal, and I don't know. I'm just getting cheese saying saying these names, man. Like Asensio, Rashford, Marmoush, even Daniel Mullen. Like, listen, for all the Arsenal fans that are like, okay, no, I don't want to take Rashford. Okay, I take that. You know what? Sure. Obviously, we couldn't have brought Rashford because of Neto and Sterling, but Asensio, Mullen, Marmoush, like these are players that would have helped us. Um, and then your boys, Forest.
not in him. Forest. Let's go.
All right, you take it away. You
L-
take this section. This is all you. Forest Brighton, you take it away.
Let's go. I mean, pretty I wouldn't say dull game, but it went 0-0, I believe, right? Until they went to PKs.
Yep.
Yeah, but no, that I think what's his name? The ex-Chelsea player on him.
Hudson-Odoi.
What's
Yeah,
Hudson Odoi?
Hudson-Odoi. Yeah, there you go. He's holding his own, man. I'm really liking how he's playing. I do believe he had an injury as well. Almost you could say career ending. Tore his Achilles, if I'm pretty sure that was him.
Let's see. I'll
When he
fact
was at
check that
Chelsea?
way.
Uh, if yes, it would have been like towards his final years. If not, then it would have been at the club he was at right after where it happened. Right? That was him?
I'm looking it up.
Yeah, yeah, because I don't think it was Tammy Abraham.
Yeah, it was Hudson-Odoi.
Hmm.
He had Achilles heel problems 2021, 2022. He missed 64 days, 15 games missed. I think that's the year you're talking about, right? Oh, he
Uh,
ruptured. Yeah, he
yeah,
ruptured his Achilles tendon,
hmm
18-19.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
And yeah, no, so I was saying in regards to that and how he's performing now, right? He's been instrumental piece in the Nottingham Forest side this season, in my opinion, right?
huge,
Yeah. So
huge.
yeah, no, it's very impressive, man. It's like for an injury like that, we talked about Saga's injury, right? Usually Achilles are known to be sometimes career ending.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
For any sport,
yeah,
let
yeah,
alone
exactly.
like
Yeah.
let alone a
Hmm.
sport that require like your feet.
Yep.
Your feet are everything.
Exactly.
Again, I can hear people being like, "Oh, well, in every sport, your feet are everything." But no, no, no. Like basketball, you need to shoot. Like football, you can. These players that have torn their Achilles and they can play. But like football, it's like I'm not trying to be stupid, but like it's play with your feet. So no, you're
Hmm.
bang on. Um, Question for you though.
Yep.
I know we talked about this in the pod, the last pod with the snubs for the international team. Are you still a little salty that your boy Hudson-Odoi didn't make it?
Oh, to the England?
Hmm.
Uh, I think who was favored over him? Was it no, him and Rashford don't play do they play on the same side?
No, he plays off the right. So it would have been Foden, who hasn't really been in form.
Hmm.
I'm just pulling up the roster. Give me 1 second.
England,
Um,
England have a lot of players in those wide areas, so it's
Yeah,
pretty
so
competitive.
Saka. I mean, Saka was injured, but like, yeah, Saka's there. But eh,
Jared Bowen.
yeah, yeah. Thank you. Yeah, Bowen.
it's the
Sorry.
West Ham guy, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Like to me, I'm looking at it right now. Like
I'm not.
Anthony Gordon
Mm,
was there, but like
mm,
to me, I'm like, okay, you could have played Hudson-Odoi as a right eight with Declan Rice as a six, but like, why are you taking Jordan Henderson? And I'm not just saying this because I'm not a Liverpool fan, but like Curtis Jones, I don't think Curtis Jones deserved to be there over Hudson-Odoi. Like Gibbs White obviously got in because of the Palmer injury, but like Hudson-Odoi, man, he's been as good, if not better, than Morgan Gibbs White. I mean,
mm.
but to answer your question, it would have just been like Jared Bowen because Saka's injured and Phil Foden.
Yeah,
I think
that's
he also he Hudson-Odoi plays off the left though, or I mean, I guess he can do both. But from what I see in Forest games, the way they line up, Alenga normally plays on the right, Hudson-Odoi plays on the left.
So that
But
would have been Rashford.
yeah,
yeah,
for that position, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's why I was asking. I know during his Chelsea's thing, he was on the left as well, if I remember
yeah,
correctly. But I, there's like it's like you guys said, there's a lot of players for those wide positions.
mm.
I think though, if he performs the way he did this season again, he's definitely getting a call up for the next season for the international team. Yeah, yeah.
So semifinals, huge matchups. Forest versus City, battling for top four. That's gonna be huge. And then we got Palace Villa. So I know we typically only do um, our predictions, but since our predictions were still at zeros for all around, I thought I'd make it a little bit fun and see who you guys got winning it all. FA Cup. You got Forest, City, Palace, or Villa.
Hmm.
Hmm.
And there's only one answer I expect from you, Laurent, CJ. You can answer however you wish. I'm just gonna write Laurent down as Forest because we know he's gonna only support his team.
That's crazy.
But yeah, but I'm the AC Milan fan, right? This
I mean,
man's
dude,
got Forest, Liverpool,
dude, you
Manchester
got a full
United.
on, bro. You got a full on AC Milan jersey on you right now. Like, what else?
I got a retro kit on. There's a difference between if I was wearing this year's
Jeez.
kit, by all means, you can roast me. Got a retro kit. This is when Ronaldo and Seedorf played on AC Milan.
I mean, it doesn't help today that AC Milan lost too, eh? They
Okay,
lost
chill,
to
chill,
Napoli
relax, chill, chill, chill,
2-1.
chill, chill,
So
chill,
it's,
chill,
it's
chill,
not looking good, bro.
chill, 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 chill. I didn't think you were gonna see that. Chill, relax, 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 relax. Anyways, Laurent, who you got? Who you got winning it all between Forest City, Palace, Villa?
Man, I got Nottingham as favorites against City.
Ooh.
Um, but I'm not gonna lie, on the other side of that bracket, Villa is cooking up something. Um, to the point where even that, like, actually, I don't want to like let's not dive into it right now, right? But just on a side note, that Villa and PSG might chop. Like, I honestly don't even know where it's gonna go. Because I can see like that Villa is playing quite well, right? Offensively, like you said, they're very fluid. So this is a team that can score, from what we're seeing, right? So,
Mhm.
yeah. So in terms of FA Cup, Villa, Forest in the final, man, your guess is as good as mine at that point.
So what
Yeah.
are you gonna say? You gotta pick one.
Yeah, like that's not an answer, bro.
Jeez. Yeah. Okay. I'm going Forest all the way since, yeah,
Okay.
it's been day one.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit. All right, CJ, who you got?
I have a feeling I'm gonna be wrong, but like I'm gonna say City just because, like, I don't know, it's City, man. At this point, they're in the semis, and the championship winning pedigree that they have, I feel like will play a factor. Like, at this point, they're going to Wembley. They're already in the semifinals. They just scraped by today against Bournemouth, who's a good Bournemouth team. So at the end of the day, that's actually a respectable win because they beat Bournemouth away from home today, and Bournemouth is a proper side. And they came back after going down 1-0, and Holland missed a pen. So fair play for them to come back and win. But now that they're in this stage, the semifinals, Pep has been here, done it before many times. I think their quality will just shine through now at this point. And I think, yeah, when you're City and you're in the semifinals now, they would be the clear favorites. But again, that's just based on their history and then where they are as a club now, compared to the other three teams left in it, as opposed to performance on the pitch. Like, they're not favorites based on performance on the pitch because they've been kind of shaky, man. Like, you can say Villa have been performing better than them, obviously. But I don't know. I think they'll just find a way because they're Man City. Like I said, they're at this point, they're in the semis. They'll probably find a way to win it all in the end. I can see them beating Forest, honestly, only on like PKs or something. Like, I can see this going to like extra time or whatever. But I think City will win the FA Cup. I do.
Okay. I think the winner is actually going to come from the other side. I think Villa are going to win it. I think Villa are unfortunately going to lose to PSG. It's going to be hard fought. And I think Unai is going to put all his energy and his focus into securing top four and winning a trophy. And I think Villa are gonna do it. I think they're just a little bit too much for Palace. Palace has been on a scorching hot run and they're playing unreal. But I think in that midfield, I think they're just gonna be too much. Villa for Palace. That Forest City game, while I agree that Forest has been playing unreal, City aren't really convincing right now. And I know I do take your point, CJ, that they just always win when it matters. But Unai in cup games and like tournaments and stuff like this, he always has something up his sleeve. And even if Forest make it, because that draw, genuinely, I don't know who's gonna go through.
What, Forest City?
Forest City, I honestly can't even. I think it's that tight because I think Forest now they're going to be focused on keeping the third place for the Champions
Top
League,
four, yeah.
and then also trying to win this. And I feel like they might slip, and I don't know which one's going to be the banana slip. I don't know if it's going to be them losing the City and then losing the momentum, or they're going to go into the City game after a poor run of forms. Poor run of game. But the Palace Villa, like, again, I would love to see Palace in the final. I just think the midfield is just going to be too much for them. So I got Villa winning it all. So I'll keep track of this. Hopefully, one of us hit on this.
Three different teams. So
yeah, for any fans who are from Palace, we apologize. But listen, like I said, I would take Ismail Assar and Eberechi Eze. I would even take Mateta on Arsenal right now because that man, he's a bad man. He's yeah.
Special shout out real quick to Unai Emery. The Arteta fanboys are not going to like this, but Unai Emery, man, he's doing a job at Villa, and I think it goes back to the question I think is a fair devil's advocate question to be had is should he have gotten more time at Arsenal? Compared to what our boy Arteta's getting now, was Unai given a fair shot at the managerial job at Arsenal? Remember in his first full season at Arsenal, he got Arsenal into a European Cup final and just missed out on top four with the same bag of shit, with all due respect, in terms of the players that we had at the time. The players that we had at the time were literally players from the Wenger era that were dying out, guys that were scrubs, and Unai in his first and only full season got us to a cup final and just missed out on top four. So was he given a long enough time? But anyways, fast forwarding now to what he's doing now at Villa, he's at another club again where they're not traditionally one of the biggest clubs in England, but the job he's done there, they're now in a quarterfinal of the Champions League. First of all, to get them into the Champions League is an achievement in itself because Villa was just relegated out of the Premier League not so long ago. And so they came back up, and now all of a sudden they're in the quarterfinals of a Champions League, and the squad that he's helped build there, quarterfinals of the Champions League and semifinals of the FA Cup, and still fighting in Europe for a club of Villa size. That's respectable, and you got to big up Emery for that, to be honest. So yeah, I think he deserves a little shout out there.
Yeah. Well, good shout out. Um, just a couple key fixtures. I don't know if you guys agree or not. Coming up around Europe. In the Serie A, Thiago Motta was sacked on Juventus, and Igor Tudor officially has taken over. He was I didn't know this, but from my research, apparently he was an assistant manager. He was sorry, not an assistant manager. He was an assistant back in the 2020-21 season, and they face Roma this coming week. Um, we'll see how Juve does because they've been drawing left, right, and center with Thiago Motta, and I think it was just a little too big for him, the Juventus job. Um, Barcelona face Real Betis. Our homeboy Anthony. For all the fun that I made fun of him when he came to United for that ridiculous amount of money, he's been doing well at Betis. He's been scoring, he's been involved. So we'll see. He's been on fire. Maybe United can get some money from him when he comes back. Um, Madrid, they face Valencia on Saturday. I mean, it's Valencia. I can see them resting a few players because Valencia is not really fighting for anything. I would have loved to see like a bigger game for them, but they don't really have much there.
They rested some guys apparently yesterday as well.
Yeah, yeah. Liverpool, Everton, midweek. Revenge game after that crazy draw at Goodison. So I honestly for this, I just want a good show. Like Premier League race aside, which there really isn't a race. I just want to see a good match. I want to see how they come out because David Moyes has done a number on that Everton squad since taking over. And they got a pep in their step. And I'm very nervous for next weekend when we go to Goodison. Laurent, your
Chelsea Spurs.
boys, Chelsea Spurs. This you take the floor, take the mic. What's your
Honestly, man,
prediction?
if we don't slap this team, bro, I'm gonna be fucking cheese, bro. Like what? Hey, come on, man. I think this is probably one of the worst Spurs sides in years. You guys agree or disagree?
No, I agree. I agree.
Like legit. I think they almost look lost. I feel bad for what's his name, Son.
Yep.
Yeah, that guy, man. I don't know why he's still there. I don't understand it, bro. He should have left with Kane. In my opinion, right? Because that team is not looking like they're trying to win any sort of trophies anytime
We're
soon.
still in Europa. Still got a chance.
Yeah, but even then, like it's like even their games, they're looking sh bro. They look shakier than United's at times. You know what I mean? Like, so yeah, man.
But
But no, we're favorite to win that game versus Spurs midweek. So I think yeah, it should be an easy game for us, in my opinion.
I mean, the last game was a 4-3 shootout.
Versus
So
Spurs?
yeah, remember that? It was back and forth in December.
No, I don't remember that one.
Yes, Solanke, Kulusevski scored in the 5th and 11th minute, respectively. Then Sancho scored in the 17th. Then the penalty merchant
Oh, I
scored two
remember that game.
penalties at the 61st and 84th minute. For those of you who don't know who the penalty merchant is, it's Cole Palmer.
But what do you hate on
Um,
that guy?
Enzo, I'm not going to answer that question. Enzo scored in the 73rd minute, and then Son Heung-min scored at the 97th minute.
I remember this with Chelsea won that away
Yep,
at Spurs ground, right? This is back when
yep.
Chelsea was in the title race. I'm
Mm,
doing air quotations for those who
bro,
are listening on audio.
we were never in the title race.
Okay.
Oh, here comes Maresca.
Here comes the protection.
Yeah. All
It's
right. So, like I said, got a special surprise for the fellas and all the listeners if you made it this far. So I got a surprise quiz. So every few weeks I'm gonna be doing this. So it's gonna be a quiz between Laurent and CJ. So it's like a couple questions, nothing too deep. But I'm gonna keep track of the scoreboard, and just kind of see who's got the better ball knowledge. Um, Mr. I support 1,001 teams, or
Yeah, I already know
Mr.
this shit is
Jamaica?
rigged, bro. This guy, but ask questions, bro. Like,
You're gonna be shocked at the questions because I don't even think CJ knows what's coming. It has nothing to do with Arsenal. I will promise you that it has nothing to do with Arsenal. Okay? You guys
Are we
ready?
ever gonna? Are you ever gonna be involved in these quizzes going forward too, or
Yeah, we can flip we
are
can
you
switch
just
it up.
the teacher, the professor?
I can be the professor. I don't mind. You guys got the better ball knowledge. I'm just here to keep the ball rolling. Um, all right. All right, first question. Which player scored the first goal of the 2024-25 Premier League season? Was it A, Joshua Zirkzee, B, Amad Diallo, C, Marcus Rashford, or D, Alejandro Garnacho?
damn. So it was a Man U player.
Yeah, I'm gonna say. Wait, how are we answering? Like, just raise
Yeah,
hand or like
yeah.
just
Say
shout it
first
out? Like,
one,
what is?
first one to like.
Well, sure, it doesn't matter. You can raise your hand, whatever. Like,
Yeah, I think it was Garnacho.
okay, you think
I think it
Garnacho?
was Xerxes. Xerxes.
Incorrect.
Damn.
Correct answer is Marcus Rashford, opening goal against Fulham in their 1-0 victory
Jeez.
August 16th.
Okay.
Okay.
That was this season, right? 24,
Yes,
25.
sir.
Okay.
Which team achieved a 4-0 away victory against Leicester City on February 21st, 2025? Was it A, Brentford, B, Arsenal, C, Manchester City, or D, Liverpool FC?
I'm gonna go Brentford.
Laurent?
Liverpool.
Incorrect. CJ is on the board. It was, in fact, uh, Brentford. They won
Mhm.
4-0. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, sorry, I had my
Wait,
note.
why'd you
They
guess that, CJ? Like, you remember that?
Yeah, I remember that result. Yeah.
Oh, okay, okay.
4-0 victory away from home.
Nice, nice.
All right, question three. See, I told you it's not rigged. Fucking asking everything, bro. This guy thinks I'm gonna ask Arsenal fucking questions. Obviously not. Um, who was the first player to receive a red card in the 2024-25 Premier League season? Was it Fabian Schär from Newcastle, Ashley Young from Everton, Declan Rice from the Arsenal, or Jack Stevens? And I believe he's from Ipswich.
I'm gonna go Declan Rice.
Ashley Young.
Incorrect. It was Fabian Schär, Newcastle. It was a game against Southampton, August 17th.
Hmm.
Damn, man. This
Um,
guy got a red card in the first game of the season.
pretty much.
Holy.
Which club has the fewest goals conceded by March 2025? Is it Manchester City, Liverpool, Chelsea, or Arsenal?
I'm going
Few
Arsenal.
fewest goals conceded
Yes.
at at the time of March. March what?
March 2025.
I'm going Arsenal.
Oh man, I want to see Arsenal too. Yeah, I'm gonna go Arsenal.
That was kind of an easy one, but sure, you're both up on the board.
I don't know if that's an easy one though. I want to see what the because I would have said Liverpool too if it wasn't Arsenal. Like I feel like Liverpool they haven't conceded much to this point either in comparison.
Yeah, but we've had a bunch. I think they had a couple shootouts,
Mm,
like the 2-2 and like I think they had
yeah,
another like 3-2 or something.
they can't
Um,
be too far behind us though. I
no,
imagine
no,
in
no,
terms
they're
of
not.
goals
They're not.
conceded. Yeah,
Uh, on February 15th, 2025, which team secured a 4-0 victory over home victory over Newcastle United? Was it Man City, Manchester United, Liverpool, or Chelsea?
A home victory of 4-0, you said?
Against Newcastle United, yes.
sorry, what
It's
dates?
in February 15th.
Oh, February. And the options again. Can you read them again?
Yep, Manchester City, Manchester United, Liverpool, Chelsea.
4-0. Damn, Newcastle got slapped. Oh, uh, City.
Laurent?
Yeah, I'm gonna go Liverpool again.
Liverpool? Nope. It was in fact City. Look at the
Mm.
ball knowledge, CJ. Let's go, bro. Man comes back from Jamaica ready to go with the Ray and nephew, you know?
Jeez, wait, you remember that one too?
Yeah, I do. I do. Yeah.
Hey, we were
Okay.
talking about it in the group chat, bro. I was like, damn, this is like, what the hell's going on? Which player scored the farthest goal in the Premier League this season with a strike measured at approximately 30.99 meters? Was it John Duran,
What kind of
Kevin De
question is
Bruyne,
this?
Bruno Fernandes, or James Ward-Prowse?
What the
30
fuck?
point
31 meters,
Repeat the
essentially.
repeat the question, please. Repeat the question.
Which player scored the farthest goal in the Premier League this season with a strike measured at approximately 31 meters? Was it John Duran, Kevin De Bruyne, Bruno Fernandes, or James Ward-Prowse?
Yo, it's definitely not De Bruyne. I don't remember him like doing anything like that. And was this from open play or like you can't tell us?
Yeah, I can tell you, open play.
Open play. Yeah, I'm gonna. It's between that Duran or the other guy, whatever that.
James
Okay.
Ward-Prowse.
Yeah, I don't remember.
So it's James Ward-Prowse, Bruno Fernandes, Kevin De Bruyne, John Duran.
You know what? Bruno Fernandes.
Okay, CJ?
I'm saying John Duran.
Yeah, buddy, John Duran.
Fuck, man.
Yeah.
Yep. I will tell you what game that was. It was oh, I didn't write down the game, but it was John Duran. I forgot what game it was. That's my fault. Next question. I think we got what, like three more, four more left.
I'm getting slapped.
Which
Jeez.
team played with 9 men against 9 men during a match in the 2023-24 season? Now, if you remember this game, you would know why, for one fan base, this is a touchy subject. Was it Fulham, Liverpool, Burnley, or Spurs?
Wait, it was 9 men versus 9 men?
Yes.
I'm gonna go Liverpool.
I'm going Spurs.
Both, I'll give you both because it was the Liverpool versus Spurs game, so I will give you both. Give you guys an
Wait,
out.
what?
What the
Bro,
fuck
why?
kind of question is that then?
Yeah, bro, you can't, bro, you gotta
Listen,
like, you can't have two right answers, bro.
it's okay, bro. I'm trying to keep you in the game, bro. I'm trying to keep you in the
What?
game.
Oh my
But yes,
God.
it was that infamous game where Luis Diaz offside goal wasn't really offside, and then that ridiculous red card for Diogo Jota. Um, it was that game. You guys are not gonna get this. Actually, you might. Uh, which club starting 11 featured players such as Zach Abbott, Willie Bawley, and Wayne Hennessy in the 2024-25 season?
Oh, there's not multiple choice.
Well, if I give you the multiple choice, it gives it away, so I don't want to give you the multiple choice. But if you guys don't get it, I'll give you the multiple choice.
Okay, can you ask the question again, please?
Which club's starting 11 featured players such as Zach Abbott, Willie Bawley, and Wayne Hennessy in the 2024-25 season?
How is there no multiple choice on this?
There is a multiple choice, but it's going to give it away if I say it.
How? Isn't there? There's a list of teams, right?
Okay, sure. Southampton, West Brom, Leeds, or Forest?
Southampton, West Brom, Leeds, or Forest. Hmm.
Zach Abbott, Willie Bawley, Wayne Hennessy.
Southampton.
DJ?
Southampton, West Ham. Sorry, West Brom. You said
West Brom, yeah,
Leeds
Southampton,
and
West Brom,
Forest.
Leeds, Forest.
Ooh. Uh, I'm gonna say. Hmm. I'm gonna say Forest.
Yes, sir. How did you not get this,
Ah.
Laurent? What the hell, bro? Willy Bolly.
That's just proof. That is conclusive proof that that is not my team, bro.
More so,
Look at
that is
that.
conclusive
Look at
proof
that. I
that
couldn't even answer. I
when
couldn't
you
even answer
spread
that
your
question, bro.
teams, that's when you
That's
spread your teams
crazy.
apart.
It's
Yeah.
crazy, bro.
Anyways,
That
Yeah.
said,
last
I
two,
lost that one, but I still came out a winner.
bro. Last two questions. Last two questions. Laurent, you got no way back. It's 6-2 right now. You got no way back, but you can make it respectable. You can make it 6-4.
Mm.
Um, who is the team? Who is the only team not to have a player sent off by the end of the 2023-24 season? So last year, who's the only team to not have a player sent off? Was it Bournemouth, Brighton, Newcastle, or Villa?
Damn, this is a toss up right now.
Or Leicester. Those were the five.
Jeez,
So it was Bournemouth, Brighton, Newcastle, Villa, or Leicester.
bro. This professor is on one, man. What? The...
Yeah.
Yo, I told you guys, come with your A game. It's gonna be a big surprise.
All right, Bournemouth, Brighton, who else?
Bournemouth, Brighton, Newcastle, Villa, Leicester. If you guys want a hint, I can give you a hint.
Okay, can you at least say who the managers were?
I didn't write that down, but I can give you a hint if
Okay.
you'd like. It'll make it easier.
First of all, Mr. Professor, last season, right?
Last season.
Leicester wasn't in the Premier League last season. Didn't they just get promoted this
I
year?
didn't say Premier League. I just said who is the only team not to have a player sent off at the end of the 2023-24 season.
Hmm. Cheeky professor, this guy is.
I told you it's ball
Like,
knowledge. It has nothing to do with Arsenal.
hmm.
Let me know if you'd like a hint. You got
Yeah,
one lifeline.
I mean, if it's
yeah.
Leicester, they were managed under Maresca, right? Last season. And I'm trying to think in terms of discipline. I'm gonna go Leicester.
CJ?
I'll take your hint that you're offering up.
It wasn't one of the B teams.
What?
So
What?
Bournemouth, Brighton. It wasn't one of the B teams.
Oh.
Bro, you can't give a hint after I gave an answer, bro. Like what?
Well, I mean, you didn't answer
Kinda,
one of them, so it
nah,
doesn't
but
matter.
that's still favoritism, bro. Like
Okay,
what do
so
you mean? Like
do you change your answer from Leicester? It's
I
now
don't
between Leicester, Newcastle, or Villa.
I don't, but it's like really, bro, like
Okay, CJ. He's got Leicester.
Mm, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go Leicester as well.
Both of you are correct. It was Leicester.
bro.
They did not have a player sent off.
Yeah.
That's actually a pretty smart question for the coach. Very smart. All right, last one. This one is literally easy. This one is so easy. Which player had the highest number? And this is whoever answers first. Let me just be clear. Whoever answers first gets the point, not like the other ones.
That's how
Which
this should have
player?
been done,
Yeah, we're not
Professor.
going winner take all?
You want to go winner take all? Okay, let's go winner take all. Let's go winner take all. Your both your
Ah,
faces. All right, I'm not gonna repeat the question. I'm just gonna say it twice and then say the options. Whoever says it first wins. Which player had the highest number of assists by March 2025? Again, which player had the highest number of assists by March 2025?
Bukayo
Mo
Saka.
Salah.
I'm saying
What?
Mo Salah.
Yep.
jeez. All right. It wasn't Saka?
No, bro, Saka's been March 2025, bro.
Oh, yeah, the guy was
What
bro, I
world are
just
you fucking living in, dog?
yo, that's true. No, but I know like apparently his assists like he didn't move from Oh, so he was always second.
Well, no, he was
Yeah.
first, and then when he got injured, Salah just went on a rampage. That's why we were talking about it. I don't know if you recall, like 3 or 4
But he,
pods ago, we were
but he's
saying
still
that
second though, right? Like currently he's still
yes,
second.
yeah,
Okay, so that's what it was. Like, oh, okay,
yeah,
true.
because Salah's 3 away from Thierry Henry's record.
Right, right.
So, so what do you guys think? What do you guys think of the surprise section?
No, I definitely liked it. I liked it. Jeez,
Okay,
man.
okay. Well, CJ, round of applause. Take your bow. You got the ball knowledge coming back from Jamaica. Ray and nephew hit right. Um, so, but yeah, any final words from the second place loser?
Yeah, honestly, man, that's how it is, man. And it's a fucking disgrace. That's what it is. It's a
Bro,
fucking
listen,
disgrace.
you didn't even give me a chance, and you're like, "This is fucking rigged. It's gonna be about Arsenal." Blah blah. Were
Bro, that's
any
how
of
it
the
is, bro.
questions about Arsenal?
I'm on an Arsenal podcast. Listen, that's the plot, right? There's plot armor, bro.
Mm.
Arsenal guys have to win, so it is what it is. I just showed up. I did my thing. Um, I got no study time for this quiz.
This man
And
said Saka when he's been injured since December, and I said March 2025. Like, bro, if you were studying back in 1995, bro.
no, but no, I definitely think I like that. I like that. I like that.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
CJ,
man.
what's your take? Final words.
Yeah, it was pretty good. We got to get you on the other end of some of these too. It
Oh
was good
fuck.
though.
Fuck. But yeah, listeners, listen, if you got this far and you listen to the quiz, surprise quiz, um, let us know. Let us know what you think. Um, but yeah, as always, I know I speak on behalf of CJ and Laurent. Like, we appreciate you tuning in. We appreciate you watching the YouTube videos. I know sometimes our pods are a little bit longer, but we're just trying to be authentic. It's not scripted. It's like we're just three friends just shooting the shit together. We like to rip on Laurent because, you never know with the way the wind's blowing, his affiliations change by the day, by the hour, sometimes even by the minute. Um,
Bro,
so
how you saying that with such confidence, wearing another team's jersey, bro? Like I still do not get it, bro. Like
because
I'm
I know where my allegiance lies. No matter what jersey I'm wearing, I know where my allegiance lies. With you, I've seen you in every other kit. I've seen you in an Arsenal kit before I've
where
seen you in a
where
Chelsea kit.
where
Where have I seen you in an
where
Arsenal kit?
where like at least the viewers at home, if I'm saying yo, I've seen this guy in
Okay, CJ,
another team's kit, they're seeing it.
your next game on a Tuesday night, you're gonna text me on the side so Laurent doesn't know which game I'm pulling up to, and then I'm gonna take a snapshot and I'm gonna post it all on our socials. And then when we preview the pod, instead of it having the Gunners Corner logo, it's gonna be a picture of Laurent in an Arsenal kit. How about that, Laurent? How about them apples?
Bro, listen, I'm gonna just pull up in a baby blue Chelsea jersey, bro. I'm good.
Bro, you don't even own a baby. You don't even own a
I,
Chelsea
I'm
jersey.
I'm good. I'm good, bro.
Bro, like I've been saying for the past like 6, 7 pods, the only thing Chelsea related is that Febreze can, bro.
Jeez, man.
Oh, yo, you said you were coming for me, but like you're shooting blanks.
Listen, at this point, bro, like I mean, what else do you want me to say, man? Like
Oh, fuck.
officially an Inter AC Milan fan, bro. It's crazy.
You're disrespecting AC Milan?
That's crazy, bro.
Oh, fuck. Anyways, listeners, viewers, appreciate it as always. We'll be back recording 2 pods now that international break's done and we're at the business end of the year. Next pod midweek games, and then next week we're gonna preview the Champions League draws, specifically um, the Champions League draws. Just want to make note of that Champions League. The champions. Sorry.
Yeah, yeah, no. the same league that your team has won one time, right?
Yeah, Champions League. I
Yeah.
just want,
No, no,
you
but
know.
I'm saying the same league that your team has won back in 2000. No, they won it twice, 2004 and then 2002, right? That Champions League.
I don't even know where you were going with that.
Yeah, no, no, because AC Milan, I believe, has won the Champions League in
No, they won it more than
2002.
twice.
Ah, sorry. Thanks for correcting me. Look at that. Straight ball knowledge. I'm not a fan. I couldn't tell you, but look, clearly this guy's on point. This guy's on point.
Anyways, yes, my team, my multiple teams. Just you know what? I'm taking after you,
Shit.
Laurent.
You see that? No, but
Um,
you see how it is when when that's your team? Because you're asking me questions about Nottingham Forest, but I don't know who the players are because it's not my team. But the way you corrected me on this, like straight off the get-go, bro, you didn't have to use ChatGPT this time because you know the history of AC Milan. I fucking rate it, bro. Like
name me
it is.
Chelsea's starting lineup.
Listen,
Name me Chelsea's starting lineup. Don't change this. Name me Chelsea's starting lineup.
I submitted my quiz, Professor. Exams are officially done. You have no right to, you got no right to keep me in here. It is what it is.
So you don't even know your own team's starting
Should
lineup. I
should
can name it
you
with
should
my
have threw
eyes
that
closed.
you should have threw that question when it was exam time. But now, bro, exams are officially over, man. It's summertime in the Kings.
Holy
That's
bro.
so time of the king. Yo,
Oh
oh,
man.
oh man. Fuck. I think that's a good point to leave it. That's a good way to leave
No,
it.
that was a banger. That was
Oh
actually a
shit.
banger.
All right, everyone. We'll see you on the other side. Cheers.
Cheers, everybody.
Later.